Hey everybody, and welcome to Geeks and Drinks. I'm Jason.
I'm Jordan.
This week's gonna be mostly about E3, but there was a couple other things we're gonna talk about as well. First off, as always, what we were drinking this week, which is
Three-Eyed Raven.
Yes,
Game of Thrones beer.
The Game of Thrones beer. It's like 7.2, you said?
Yep.
7.5%?
7.2.
It is not bad at all.
I just noticed it even says on there, serve at 40 degrees.
Well, it was in the fridge, so yeah, that works fine.
Well, no, fairness, there are things like beers you're supposed to drink warm as opposed
Yes.
to cold, so it makes sense with this one. They're like, hey, fuckers, this one's definitely made to be served cold.
Like the hearts of many of a fanboy after that season finale.
I just enjoyed fucking with Jess.
Oh, it
afterwards.
was so good. I mean, full disclosure.
Are we allowed to spoil it? Like, are we allowed to blatantly just be like,
It's
yo?
been more than a week. I'm all down for it. Like, I haven't watched that much Game of Thrones. In order to prep for this party that Jess was putting on for the finale, I hit up Wikipedia and caught certain scenes and whatnot, just so I have an idea of what's going on.
I just went to the internet and got the spark notes of television. My God, that's fucking lazy. Like, I get, like, when you're in high school, like, oh, I don't want to read Catcher in the Rye, because Holden's a piece of shit.
Right.
So you fucking Cliff Notes it.
I did.
There was a TV show, a nerdy one that you actually like.
That I should have actually been watching for all this time.
So instead, you went online and got the Cliff Notes.
Yes.
Lazy motherfucker.
Anime. All the anime keeps all my time.
Oh, God damn it.
we watch it, and of course, there's the whole shame. And all I could think in the back of my head was, bring out your dead.
Ding, ding.
And then, of course, at the end, God, for the watch, just stab, and I'm just hearing Jess in the background going, no!
Yeah, I'm fairly certain I heard her soul cry out when that happened.
As did many other fanboys and fangirls out there.
Well, again, I told you, he's not dead. I don't care what they keep
dead?
saying. David Beinhoff and DB Weiss are like, yeah, he's not. We did the walk, or the Soprano walk, I guess is what they called it. We're like, yo, you're fucking dead. Yeah. Like, there's no coming back. Jon Snow is dead.
But the thing is, just a few episodes earlier, they had the whole fucking Thriller episode of, let's bring all these people back from the dead.
All the zombies, yeah.
Yeah. So, fans will have to wait quite a while to see exactly what the hell happened. As usual.
About a year ago, that's when I called, fuck it, he's Targaryen.
We shall see.
Jon Snow is dead. Jon Targaryen lives. There is no snow, only Targaryen.
We have it on tape now, so we have it now.
There's video proof.
There you go. But let's get to the big stuff. E3 took place this past week, LA Convention Center. Anything and everything related to the video game industry was there, trying to talk about either a new game or a new product that's related to games, like a controller or
fucking controller.
Who knows what. There was definitely winners and losers. We'll just go through the big three real quick. Let's start with the worst, Nintendo.
Yeah, which sucks, because Nintendo fucking dominated last year, and it was weird.
Oh, yeah.
Because remember last year, it's like, holy shit, Nintendo won E3, and they haven't done that since, like, the 80s.
Mm-hmm. Well, I would say even earlier than that.
Alright.
Okay.
No, I wouldn't say that. The last time they have their big, like,
when they
waving their cock around was probably, like, GameCube.
When they first announced the DS, Nintendo DS.
Okay.
I think they took by storm. When they announced the Wii, a lot of fanfare, probably less enthusiasm than the DS, but it was still, nice.
Well, it was them being innovative. My favorite was when I remember when that happened. A couple of my nerd friends were like, "Why are you doing this, Nintendo? Why are you trying to make this weird peripheral thing? Like, why?" It's like, motherfuckers, they've been doing that since day one.
Yeah.
Rob, motherfucker. Okay.
Rob, Power Glove. Remember that
Power
giant
Pad?
map?
We've discussed this way too many times.
Yes, we have.
Oh, they have so
and of
many
course,
fucking
then they had
add-ons.
the Wii U, which to a lot of people, myself included, felt like, oh shit, the Wii wasn't as,
Well,
powerful
no,
as
I
we
feel
want.
like Wii U, that was their, like, apology for the Wii. Just because it was, it's like, we made this cool console that can do all these cool things. Look how you can flail about and save the princess. And then nerds were like, okay, over here at PlayStation and Xbox, they don't have shit graphics that looks like a cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, oh, fuck, people actually give a shit about graphics. So then they had to, like, their apology was the Wii U.
Which is funny because they're like, it's such our most powerful console yet. it's our next generation console, and yet you have the same power or graphics capabilities as like an Xbox 360, which was on its way out at the time. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was their way. I think they're just gonna try to play catch up. But again,
they're always about the innovation.
No, not even that. I mean, I mean, I don't know about you, but I saw this coming. Like, I knew there was no way Nintendo was gonna make a big splash for multiple reasons. One, they did their big cock swing last year. Obviously, this is gonna be their off year.
Right.
They've already announced that next year is when they're gonna have their NX.
Yeah, the Project NX, their new console.
So
announcement.
you know they're gonna not. You know that's not ready yet. That was just them be like, psst, we have this new thing.
Yeah.
Be on the lookout.
Yeah.
And then, like, I mean, come on, when their go-to is fucking Muppet versions of themselves?
Yeah.
I mean, granted, it was cute and kind of cool,
It was cute, but it was one of those that it came out of left field, no one was expecting it. And yes, they were like, hey, look, we have Star Fox. And I'm like, cool. You guys kind of announced this last year. Now we get some gameplay footage. Okay, it looks like a GameCube game. I'm still
I have to wonder
play
if they're afraid. Because, I mean, like, it took them, like I said, all these games they had announced last year. And now we're finally seeing footage. I wonder if they're kind of dragging their ass just so, like, when it comes out, we don't get Star Fox Adventures.
Or it's one of those, hey, look, guys, we're working on all this.
Star Fox 2.
But because next year we're going to talk about the next project, maybe all these games we're looking at right now and oogling over, that's all being held over for the next.
What about Star Fox 2?
You know what, the
Star Fox 2. Star Fox 2. Not this Star Fox, but Star Fox 2.
Beyond that.
Star Fox for Super Nintendo. Okay, they had announced that there was going to be a second Star Fox game.
Okay.
They had released images. There was shit. The game was pretty much done. But in when they were trying to fix all like the post shit, they fucking scrapped it. They're like, fuck it. 64 is already on its way in. Fuck this game. It never happened. And then eventually just immediately we're right into making Star Fox 64.
See, I'm wondering if that's going to happen regarding the new Zelda game, because
but that's what I'm saying.
The pomp and circumstance they gave last year for that Zelda game was like, holy shit, this is going to be amazing.
Like, salvage what they can and just port it over.
And there's absolutely not even a whisper of this game at E3 this year. Nothing even in the back in the press area. It was just, hey, look at all this Star Fox stuff. What about Zelda? Look at all this Star Fox stuff.
Well, no, I mean, Nintendo, the only thing they have going from is their pre-existing IPs. Like,
yes, exactly. If they keep on churning out new variations of their classic IPs that everybody knows and love, they're going to hit that nostalgia factor. That's the only reason why they're still around. Center. Yeah, but still, I know I'm going to get a Wii U because they have a lot of games I want to play.
Plus, need to remind you back right before GameCube came out, right when they were announcing GameCube, they're like, yeah, check out our new Zelda game. And it showed a very Ocarina of Time looking Link fighting Ganondorf, and it looked amazing at that time.
Yep.
And then sure enough, GameCube, yeah, we're getting our new Zelda game. Everyone fucking lost their shit because they remembered that footage. And then what happened? We got Wind Waker. And everyone's like, what the fuck is this? Which sucks because that game was really good.
That was a lot of fun.
But it fucking got sandbagged because of the graphics.
So bad.
And the sailing. Fuck the sailing in that game.
Okay, the sailing was fun for the first minute. And then when it was like, okay...
Fuck the sailing in that game, and more importantly, fuck Assassin's Creed 4 from not realizing that a game had already done all that bullshit sailing almost a decade before, and it fucking sucked then, and it fucking sucked now.
I sense some hostility in your voice.
Okay. I remember when I first played the Assassin's Creed games, I loved them, they were fun. Because I remember right when 2 had been out for like 6 months or something like that.
Right.
And I wanted to play it. And my buddy, I had an Xbox, my buddy's like, oh, here, play one. Like, I don't know, like, I never bought the second one, the first one was repetitive, but it was kind of fun. Played it, I'm like, yeah, this is fucking repetitive, but it was fun, I'm gonna check out the second one. Right. Second one, fucking lost my shit. That's easily one of my favorite games in the past decade. And then Assassin's Creed Brotherhood came out, and I'm like, okay, this is an expansion pack, but still fun, it's cool to see the continuing story. Then you had Revelations come out, this is amazing, you know, more of the same. But, like, there's a little upgrade, little tweaks here and there. It's what you expect when you get a newer version. And then they announced 3. And it's like, cool, you're a Native American during American Revolution. You're all fucking hyped. And then that game was just a sizzling turd of a game. And then, like, I remember when 3 was about to come out, not only the Revolution shit, they kept showing all the pirate shit. Like, oh, you're basically a pirate during these times. And you play the game, and, like, the sailing's the worst fucking part. And they're like, oh, no, we fixed it. Now you're really going to be a pirate for Black Flag. Okay. I'm not really an assassin anymore.
No. You've kind of gone away from what made
You took
Assassin's
the worst parts of Assassin's Creed and shoved it into its own game.
Yeah. But people want new and exciting features. No, we want, if you have a really good idea, stick with the really good idea.
I don't give a shit about collecting songs so my crew has new sea shanties to sing. Mother. The only good thing about that game was the voice acting for the main character. So it was the dude who played Constantine. Oh, fuck that game. Yeah. But Nintendo fucking shat the bed, but it was expected.
It was expected. Microsoft kicked things off for the big three, as they usually do at these events. They start off with their Halo 5 bit there. It was always great to see Nathan Fillion in there.
They always have to bring Halo into shit.
They do.
Halo's their thing.
That's their bread and butter.
Yeah, if Nintendo has Mario, Microsoft has Master Chief.
I just still laugh that going back all the way to the beginning to the first Halo game, which was initially designed for Apple, for Macintosh. And then it was picked up and then brought in, hey, we're going to buy your company, and we want to make it exclusively for our PC console, basically. And then, if that never happened, Microsoft would be in a whole different situation right now.
Yeah, I don't think they'd be where they are now.
No, not even close.
They may have gone the way of the Dreamcast.
They had a couple very impressive things during their press conference. Some great things, some not so great.
What great things?
For me, that brand new IP, Recode. That brand new game looks actually pretty interesting. I'm actually very interested in that, if I can find it. There it is. When you have the crew that made Metroid Prime making a brand new game, the video that they released for it, there's no gameplay footage whatsoever. It's one of those, here's an idea of what we're working on. Here's a cinematic. But I'm kind of fine with this design that they're working on.
But I feel like this is too soon. Like, we don't know anything about it in this cool thing. And let's be honest, I've been hurt before. Yes,
and we've just talked about this before we started recording. The fact that a number of these games showcase either gameplay footage or videos of what they hope to accomplish with the game. The game is probably not even 10% done because they had to spend all their time making the E3 presentation what it is. And I was saying before, the best example of that would probably be BioShock Infinite. The trailer and gameplay that they showed a couple years ago before the game came out.
Can you say that Watch Dogs? Watch Dogs was the biggest fucking disappointment. Remember how shiny? Yeah. That game looked fucking shiny as shit when they kept showing E3 shit. Fucking looked beautiful. It looked fun. It looked like the cat's pajamas. And then when we finally got the game, it looked like shit. And it took a year's worth of fucking patches for them to get it the way it was supposed to be.
Well, it wasn't even the patches. It was literally the users creating mods after mods for the PC version to, at one point, I think, actually surpass what was shown in those videos. You know what I mean? But it took a year for that to happen.
Yeah, that's why I've been hurt before. I don't trust these.
But it's an idea that I like. I'm not saying anything about the graphics or gameplay because we haven't seen any of that. But the ideas that they're showcasing in this video, I'm actually very interested in.
For me, the only good thing... Because, I mean, yeah, it looks cool, but it's one of those things like, I'll wait. I'm hesitant. The only thing I will say that looks good in terms of the Xbox was the... they have the Rare Collection.
Yes.
And that kind of pissed me off only for one very good reason.
Not for PS4?
Conker's Bad Fur Day. God, that game was amazing. Or any of the... Well, two out of 3 of the Banjo games. I mean, let's be honest, Nuts and Bolts was fucking god-awful. But, like, Banjo and Kazooie was, like, that was one of the first games in a long time where me and my sister, like, we actually fucking got to trade off and play a video game. Like, it wasn't her just being like, the fuck you doing? Playing Zelda. The fuck are you? Are you that little girl? He's a guy. Oh. Oh, so is that Zelda? It's Link. And it was one of those things that just never happened. With Banjo-Kazooie, it was always like, haha, you died, my turn. Fuck. Alright.
Yeah.
And it was her and I basically having to trade off the controller. I mean, Battletoads on there, which is, oh, fuck that game. That's the age of gaming where it wasn't about intelligence, it was about skill.
Skill and perseverance.
And, you know, video games being a dick. I mean, I understand, yes, it's all skill. But, I mean... That was one of the first few games that I can remember that had 2 players, and the worst part about it is, if the other player died, you died too.
Yep.
What kind of bullshit system is that?
Yeah, it was one of those. I think the developers probably went, we really don't know how to. If it goes from a 2-player game to a 1-player game, it crashes. What can we do to fix that? Have them both die.
Kill them. Kill all of them.
But yeah, this Rare deal. For $30, you get 30 of Rare's classic games. Everything Banjo-Kazooie, Battletoads, Conker's Bad Fur Day, Cameo, Jet Force Gemini. I remember playing that. Perfect Dark, and then of course
Killer Instinct.
The stuff that came out on the Xbox and Xbox 360, things like Perfect Dark Zero
Viva
and
Pinata.
Dude, I had no idea what to expect from that Viva Pinata game.
No one should.
That was just, yeah.
Sparkles everywhere. But Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Yep.
Come on, the Great Mighty Pooh.
Yes, I remember that. I still have the soundtrack.
Oh, that game was amazing.
But yeah, because Microsoft owns Rare, this collection will only be on their consoles.
Yeah, it pissed me off, but I kind of...
Yeah.
I'm hurt, but I understand.
Mm-hmm. They did take a stab at Sony, though. I give them props for this one, at least. When they announced backwards compatibility. Now, it's not like Sony's version of backwards compatibility where, hey, look, we're going to stream most of our PS3 games, but hey, if you bought these games for the PS3, guess what? You have to spend more money to replay those games on your PS4.
Which guess what? I never had a PS3. I win.
Yeah, you're fine with that. With the Xbox One, anybody who has an Xbox 360 game, Microsoft's handling most of the load in terms of transfer it over.
Yeah, for the most part, it's only select games for right now, or
they're seeing like more than like 100 at launch in this November, and the fans keep on choosing more and more. They're claiming that the developers don't have to do any more additional programming. It's literally check this box if you want it to be available in this program, and then Microsoft's techs can do the rest at that point, because they essentially created an emulator for the Xbox 360 on the Xbox One. So instead of just streaming everything, it's actually going to play it on the console itself. I will give them props on that. Sony execs have already come out saying that was completely surprised. We were not expecting that. But no, we're not expecting to do the exact same thing for the PS3. And why would they?
Not going to do the exact same thing.
They spent millions of dollars on acquiring Gaikai to do the streaming that they're having right now for PlayStation Now, I think is what they call it.
Yeah, that was one thing that pissed me off last year when they did that. Mm-hmm. My favorite was their tag system.
Tag system.
There was like that weird thing where it's like if me and you are playing a video game and you're playing but you get stuck, like you can tap out and have me jump in and beat it for you. Yeah.
What's the fucking point of playing the game?
Well, because it's one of those things like, they did the whole thing where it's like, oh, I can watch you play the game. Mm-hmm. And it's like, oh, I get to watch it. It's streaming someone else's playing time.
Yes.
But say, like, you get stuck at something, you can't figure it out, you can literally tap out, and I can jump in and be like, okay, this is what you have to do. I remember seeing that last year, and I'm like, what the fuck is this?
I would not be surprised if there was already something in play with some pro gamers out there saying, yeah, join up with me, I'll watch you play this game, and for like $100 when you get stuck, I'll beat it for you, or something like that. What's the point of playing the damn game then? Just watch some Let's Play videos on YouTube and save yourself.
That's all I think.
Pay
someone to basically play the game for me.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, the backwards compatibility thing, I don't think anyone really saw that coming.
Right.
But I think that's the only good thing they have.
And at that point, though, honestly, what games out there on the 360 are a lot of people going to try to continue to play on the Xbox One?
I feel like that's their apology for making such a shit console. How many people do you know had the red ring?
I had it once. I did the towel trick where you wrap it up and sit there for like 10 minutes. Did that once and never had a problem again. But I know others who would have to do that on a weekly, if not daily basis.
My buddy Kyle had an Xbox before I did.
Okay.
I think I've told you about Kyle. Do you want to guess how many times he red ringed? Not only red ring so bad, he had to send it in and they had to send him a new one.
Oh, Jesus, what the hell happened to it?
He would just red ring and he's like, fuck. And he would try to reset it and everything, and they're like, okay, just send it to us and we'll pay for the shipping, but we'll fix it and we'll send it back to you. Do you want to guess how many times that happened to him?
I'm guessing at least 3.
3 fucking times. Oddly enough, I still bought an Xbox, but... well, because that's... not it's not like that's what all my friends had.
Right.
And all the cool kids were doing it. It seemed easier so
peer pressure.
So I could play video games with them, and then I realized, I fucking hate online gaming.
Especially when you have to pay at least $50 a year for it.
Fucking Gears of War.
Yeah, yeah. For all those competitive players out there, they always try to find new ways for them to increase their game, and I'm like, move out of your parents' basement and just,
experience the real world.
Yeah. Microsoft wants to go to those people and say, no, stay where you're at and spend an extra crap load of money on a brand new Pro controller. where you can adjust the thumbsticks, the D-pad, how sensitive the triggers are, the shoulder buttons, and then have extra triggers on the bottom that correspond with the A, B, X, Y buttons on the front, so you never have to take your thumbs. I mean, pointless. Unless you are in some high-end, tournament.
Unless your parents don't love you, but they want you to love them, so they give you money and you're a spoiled rich piece of shit. There's no need for you to ever buy this.
Yes.
Or you're a normal person, and there's no need for you to buy this.
Especially the fact that this brand new Pro Controller is half the fucking price of the console. It's $150 for the controller.
It's the power glove of this generation. An expensive piece of shit nobody needs.
Yeah, no.
It doesn't even look pretty or cool like a power glove.
No, this looks like you spent way too much frivolous cash. Yeah, so that was the thing. Let's jump over to
the real winner.
Yeah, Sony. Sony just blew everyone away.
Just bukkake all over everyone. I know that's the kind of imagery you want, internet, but
yeah. I mean, their big thing was the Final Fantasy VII remake announcement.
Well, because
the
people
place
were pissed.
Went fucking crazy.
During when the PS3 was announced, they showed that tech demo.
The technical demo,
and it was just like,
intro.
hey, look what we can do. We're not actually making this game, but look what we can do. And then everyone lost their shit. It's like, no, they're gonna make it. Why else would they do that unless they were gonna actually make it?
Because
and
they want to give everyone blue balls.
Fucking made.
Yeah.
And then I think this time they're like, hey, remember we did that one thing that kind of pissed you off, gave you a bit of a tease?
Mm.
Yeah, fuck you. It's actually happening.
Yeah. The one of the creators of Final Fantasy VII was at an event last year and started talking about a game that fans have been wanting a remake for the longest time, and he was just talking about more and more bits of Final Fantasy VII, and the place went fucking nuts. And then he revealed at the end of it, he was talking about, it's just a port of the PC version, of the original version, over to the PS4. And people were like, you son of a bitch. Now they finally got the official announcement. Yes, they are remaking Final Fantasy VII for the PlayStation 4. No idea about release date, but if they're just announcing it now, even with at least 2 years in development, I would not be surprised if you don't see this till like 2017, 2018.
I would say 16.
I would say 16?
I would say Christmas 16.
All right.
And the reason why I say that is, it's one of those things. You don't have to program a whole lot, unless they are going if they're just going like just an HD remake of 7, then yeah, it shouldn't take them more than a year and a half. But
no, it's from the ground up.
If it is them doing a full-blown revamp, like it's like more of the more modern Final Fantasy games, where it's like Kingdom Hearts, where it's that like just balls action kind of play style, then yeah, I think yeah. But as for right now, if it is just a straight up remake,
no, it's from the ground up, they're rebuilding everything, and because they're calling it a remake, they're essentially saying that not everything's going to be exactly how you expected it. So it's not going to be a
that's cool, because that means there's
playability.
It's new for everybody. Even
exactly.
People who've already, it's like, I've already played that fucking thing. Not like this, you haven't.
We just know never to fucking level up Aeris. We'll be fine with that.
No, what if they actually changed that? Remember, that originally Aeris was supposed to not die. She was supposed to be revived. But due to a time constraint, they're like, fuck it, she stays dead.
And there was a way to sneak around and actually make her you revive her in the game, but that was just a cheat. Yeah. But if they actually spun that around,
if they actually kept this around, and that's the big twist this time around, she doesn't die. That's one of the things that made me laugh in Wreck-It Ralph, and that was on the wall. Aeris lives.
Yeah, Aeris lives. Yes. Oh, that'd be.
I just
gave
crazy. Myself goosebumps. And then Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer.
Yes. Well, they've already showcased.
They've already shown bits. They've shown bits here and there, especially when they go off on the Vita versions or the 3DS versions.
Right.
And those were all just kind of whatever. I wanted to play the one for the 3DS just because it had
what was it? Dream Drop Memories or something like that?
Yeah, it was the main character Sora and the kid from World Ends With You.
Right.
Because I loved that game.
Dude, that game came out of nowhere. I was still working at GameStop, I think, when that came out, and no one had any idea what to expect of it, and then we finally sat down and played it and went, holy shit.
Yeah, and the worst part is I hated the DS, the fact that it's like, oh, use the stylus for shit. And yeah, it felt a little awkward at first, but after a while, like, it just became second nature to sit there, just D-pad and stylus, and pay attention to both screens and, like, fuck shit up.
Right.
That's one of 5 games that I ever 100%ed.
Oh, nice. I can't say I did that on that game. I think I got maybe around 60, 70% on that.
Oh, no, like, all right, let me phrase it. I got 99.9%. Because the only way to 100% it, like, it's really weird. Like, you have to, like, get 10,000 points exactly. Like, if you get 9,999, you're still at, I think, like, a 99% or some shit like that. Like, an A rank, or A plus rank. Star rank, 10,000 exactly. Oof. 10,001, A rank.
Oh, that sucks.
That's the way their system was set up. I'm like, that's bullshit.
That's total bullshit.
That's why it's like, no, I 100%, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But no, Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer was announced. Sora has weird gun keyblades. I think it's weird this time that they keep using the Titans from Hercules. Like, Hercules is always a huge part. I think it's just the easiest one to be like, fighting is cool.
Yes. It's probably the most visually stimulating of all.
It means you can't really have, like, oh, what's going on? We're in the Steamboat Willie world. All right.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't have people violently being murdered or attacked.
Right.
Without it, someone at Disney getting butthurt. Whereas with Hercules, like, no, they fight all the fucking time. It's what they do.
Here's the thing, though, that some people have been bringing up online, is that great trailer, we've seen some stuff, but this one looks absolutely fantastic, is the fact that at the end of the trailer, there was no mention of a release time frame. Not even a year. It just says now in development. They've been saying that on every trailer and video
years.
For a very, very long time.
10 years.
Well, when they first announced Kingdom Hearts 3, I think it was 2013? I want to say 12 or 13.
I'm fairly certain I was still in high school when I played 2.
I was talking. Oh yeah, okay. You're
and I graduated 06.
Yeah. Okay. So it's been a very, very, very unnecessarily long time.
So I mean, we've been waiting for that, and in the meantime, I've had other games and other shit to do. And by that, I mean other Kingdom Hearts games. Like, here, play this one or play that one.
Exactly.
I mean, I played Chain of Memories, fucking both versions of it.
I remember playing that. When they announced the HD remixes for the PS3, I picked those up.
Oh, I did not.
Oh, so much fun. So much nostalgia right there.
I mean, fuck, now that I'm going to pick up my PS4 and tomorrow at midnight.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck, God knows how much my social life is going to go missing.
I mean, I still have my PS3 right here, just sitting there waiting to be used for whatever, because I have a ton of PS3 games I'd still like to play, and this is the first generation version, which means it can play PS2 games. So it's one of those. Why would I get
PS1?
Oh, that's right.
You get a PS1 too. It just needs the memory card.
Right.
Which you can probably pick up one of those on like eBay or fucking Games for Less down the street.
Yeah. So that's gonna be something I will not ever sell.
Yeah, never part with.
Yeah. Let's be able to play some of the
and
old stuff.
And more for you. Speaking of fucking nostalgia, fucking Shenmue 3.
Oh man.
But again,
much nostalgia.
But if PlayStation's going the way they're doing, I can easily probably download Shenmue 1 and 2.
I'm trying to see if I know I still have it.
Was there like an anime of Shenmue?
No. I actually have my old Dreamcast game still, including Crazy Taxi and the original Shenmue, which was 4 discs long.
You don't need Crazy Taxi. Just plug in an Offspring album and just drive really fast.
Oh man.
The only problem is you can't stop off at a Tower Records. What? That was like what?
Yeah.
Like the game had like 4 different stops.
Tower Records, a Levi's store, a KFC,
Pizza Hut.
I think those were all the licensed ones. They had a bunch of other like non-licensed stuff out there, but I think the 4.
Yeah, it's like drop me off at the mall or the plaza or some shit like that.
Right,
but I
right.
do remember it was always something arbitrary like that.
I'll find it, but yeah,
but no,
I still
Shenmue.
Shenmue's so much fun. I spent way too many months, literally months, on this game going through it because there were so many.
Well, wasn't it like the grandfather of games like Heavy Rain, where it's like all fucking story?
Yeah, it was. They're also, unfortunately, the people who created the QuickTime event. So
the QTE is a weapon of beauty and danger.
It's a double-edged sword at that point. There's some really cool stuff you can do with it that they did in Shenmue and definitely dozens of other games since then. But then you also have other ones who will abuse that to the point of this is no longer a game. This is just a cutscene with you pressing a button.
No, the ones I hate are the ones where it's like, yeah, watch this cutscene 5 minutes in. Okay, and you're just hanging out watching your controller. Now, nowhere. Push triangle. Fuck.
Yeah,
I died.
Yeah,
you motherfucker.
I put the controller down.
Or, you know, you're just holding it, you're in leisure mode because you're just trying to pay attention to the trailer or the cutscene, the magic. Push triangle. Oh, fuck.
Yep.
No, you didn't push fast enough. You're dead. And it's like, fuck you.
Yep. Oh, yeah. It was annoying.
That's the quick time in a bullshit way.
But yeah, so we finally had the announcement. Yu Suzuki himself showed up on stage to talk about Shenmue 3 is going to be created. Here's the thing, though. He decided to go through a Kickstarter aspect, which he's already made a crapload of money.
Yeah, so didn't they do the Kickstarter, and then like 2 days later, it's like, oh, we doubled what we wanted, what we needed.
Yeah, they made the first $1 million, I think, in less than a couple of hours. They asked for $2 million up front. It's currently at $3.5 million, with 25 days left to go. So this game is going to be made. Here's the thing, though. People are spending a gripload of money to help develop this game, so they can get a copy of it. I will probably be joining on this in the very near future. The thing is, though, Sony's already came out and stated, we're backing this as well. We're going to give you guys more money. So at that point, why is there a Kickstarter?
So you can get cool swag. Essentially, at this point, you're just paying for exclusive swag.
Yeah, exactly. I can either back the Kickstarter, or I can buy it retail.
I don't think they expected fans to lose their shit that much. I think Sony's like, yeah, you know, do what you got to do. We're there for you, buddy. And then when they realize everyone fucking wants, it's like, yeah, we're gonna support you too. All the money. Go Team Sony.
Yeah,
maybe that's what happened.
Well, they already said that this game is gonna be in development for both. Excuse me, the PlayStation 4 and PC. So now I have that option of one or the other. So we'll see what happens with that. We'll see how large that gets.
Them just trying to ride the hype train.
Well, speaking of hype, Last Guardian.
You say that.
This thing has been teased for years and years and years. Back to the ages of the PS2, shortly after, oh man, Shadow of the Colossus.
But see, Shadow of the Colossus, like, I wanted to play that game. Even in trailers, it looked badass. I saw stills, and everyone was hyped for this, and I was caught up in, you know, Guardian fever, catch it.
Right.
And I didn't. You showed me the trailer, and I'm like, wow, this looks fucking stupid.
With its dog, eagle, cat
hybrid. Dude, come on.
thing.
The only thing that was funny to me was when I was making fun of it, basically calling it Falcor. And then I went on, of course, I went on a Falcor tangent.
Yeah.
That was the only part of the trailer I enjoyed. Which, yes, makes me sound a little narcissistic, but
I think it's one of those for the sole fact that it's because it's been in development for 6 years without a peep. If it came out for the PS2 or even the PS3, I think it would have done very, very well. A lot of fans now are looking at this going,
I think it's too little too late.
Okay, I'm glad this game's finally in development. It's going to come out. It's not going to be vaporware, and hopefully it won't be shit like Duke Nukem was after like 13 years in hell.
You know what? I don't even care. Duke Nukem was Duke Nukem.
You want to put this at the same? Well,
No. Because here's the thing. Duke Nukem, what was the beauty of Duke Nukem? He was self-aware.
Yes.
He was Deadpool before Deadpool was Deadpool.
Yes.
He made the jokes. That's what he was. That's what he was always supposed to be. So when he came out and gave you more of the same, people were pissed.
Right.
This is what happens when your nostalgia doesn't hold up.
Good point.
Perfect example. My buddy Dom loved the movie Treasure Planet. And I tried to tell him, Treasure Planet, not a good movie. It's kind of shit. No, you just don't understand. That movie was great. No, Dom, I'm sure as a kid you probably loved it. It probably, you know, your mind was able to run away with it and you enjoyed it.
Right.
But if you watch that movie today, you will have an entirely different reaction to it.
Of course.
You will fucking hate it.
It's
then he watched it, came back to me a week later, was like, fuck you. You ruined my childhood. I'm like, I didn't ruin shit.
Nope.
The world ruined your childhood because you went back and couldn't enjoy it.
Exactly.
Don't get mad at me because you happen to like shit, and when I tell you it's shit, you realize, oh, fuck, I was wrong.
And what's it say about me, the fact that I enjoyed Titan AE a lot more than Treasure Planet?
I like Titan AE more than Treasure Planet.
Okay, good. I'm not the only one then.
It's still not a great movie, but it was a better film, though.
Don Bluth. What else do we have for Sony real quick?
Ygritte the Dinosaur Hunter. Sony announced a robot dinosaur game. What the fuck is it called again?
Horizon Zero Dawn.
There you go. Basically, it's... Someone found Jordan's Trapper Keeper from when he was in 3rd grade. Because it's basically robot dinosaurs that are being hunted down. And when we watched the trailer, I made the Shadow of the Colossus trailer. because this is actual in-game, or supposedly in-game.
Supposedly in-game,
it could be, you know, again, Watch Dogs, where it's very high-polished in-game.
Right.
That we may not see. But you got a scope of how big this one fucking, whatever the fuck it is.
What they were going for, the grandness of the scope.
Yeah, like, when you're fighting this thing, you feel a sense of urgency. You actually, I mean, there's weight behind this character that's easily, like, 40 times your height or your size. And that was exciting to me. But again, it's...
But I look at the design for their
myriad.
But their robot dinosaurs, I swear, I'm guessing they decided to watch all the Michael Bay Transformers movies and went, yeah, that's exactly the type of robot people want to see nowadays. I'm like, no.
Oh, man. Do you imagine if there's a hidden boss and it's fucking Grimlock?
Can you write it, if that's the case?
I'm sorry, when that trailer came out for Age of Extinction, like, because I remember, because I worked the Super Bowl that year. And that's when they showed the trailer, and you just see Optimus Prime fucking with the sword up in the air like this on Grimlock's back, and I'm like, oh my god, I think the internet just exploded. Because I think I've already made it abundantly clear I work at a Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yep.
And I just remember looking up at one of the TVs going, oh, fuck. Literally, like, went to my little iPhone and just replayed it over and over again. And not the whole trailer, because no one needs to see Marky Mark that much.
Just that whole section.
Just that one bit, just that little refresh, that little 20-second, 30-second bullshit.
Yep.
And just watched it and went, oh my god, oh. Third grade Jordan's dream journal just fell in Michael Bay's hands, apparently. But no, this game looks beautiful. It looks amazing. I look forward to it. Like I said, it looks like the chick from Brave met Mad Max.
Yes. And robot dinosaurs, so.
Robot dinosaurs. I mean, I look forward to the science behind that.
Well, it's so funny that all these, semi-ridiculous ideas are now coming to light again. Stuff that we would talk about when we were very, very young. And we were making that joke a few days ago about it's 2015, and yet there's a Bush and a Clinton actually running for office. Jurassic Park is back in theaters. Yeah. Final Fantasy VII. And now we have robot dinosaurs.
Full House is coming back.
Oh, Jesus.
The 90s are back, kids. Is there like a weird charging device I can get from my iPhone so I have like the Zach Morris phone? I would carry that around.
Oh. Which reminds me, you got me as of yesterday to start watching that Cracked series.
Oh, the After Hours?
After Hours.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't say it was me. That was a group effort.
Okay.
Because I had thought you're pretty savvy when the internet's. So I had maybe assumed you'd already seen them. Jessica brought it up, and she brought that to your attention, and that's when I was like, "What do you mean you fucking haven't seen them?"
Yeah, I know.
Because Cracked After Hours, or Cracked, they have on their YouTube channel, or their actual website, they have a series of videos called After Hours.
Brilliantly done.
If you ever want to know what it's like up here, just watch those videos. Every single one of those videos is like, yeah, Jordan has had those conversations in his head because he's batshit fucking crazy.
Well, just the conversations you and I have with the other guys.
With the idiots or whoever. Yeah. That's exactly what those are. Except, it's slightly more well thought out, because usually we're drinking and it's instead of coming out with a well thought out, like a soliloquy or an argument of some kind, it's like, fuck you, cause, oh bye.
But the reason I bring that up is because you mentioned Saved by the Bell, and there's that one episode.
Yeah, who has the greatest superpower.
How it seems like everything in Saved by the Bell after season 1 was all in Zach Morris's mind.
Yeah.
Because that first season, he wasn't popular. He really had no friends. He
wasn't the main character.
He wasn't. And then all of a sudden,
the first season wasn't even called Saved by the Bell. The first season was called Good Morning, Miss Bliss. The first season was based around his teacher, Miss Bliss. And then when it jumped to season 2, they changed to Saved by the Bell. And then it just became all about Zach Morris. And basically trying to bone Kelly.
Yes.
Was it Kelly?
Kelly Kapowski?
I thought that was the friend.
Yeah, they probably did it sometime here and there.
Tiffany Amber Thiessen. Who will always hold a special place in my heart. Other people might say that it was the Pink Power Ranger. She's pretty high up there. But,
yes.
Tiffany Amber Thiessen. You seem to be the kiss of death on TV shows, but I'd still watch it. I loved you in The Ladies' Man.
Oh, shit. I forgot about that movie. So
Hey,
that was
Beth,
the
meat
big
thing.
three.
Can I buy you a fish sandwich? Oh yeah, you fucking love this bit.
Oh God.
Go talk about your
No, I was just talking about
Nausea the video game.
Okay, well, we'll bring that up right now. There was a bunch of other announcements out there aside from the big three's press conference. Of course, they talked about Mirror's Edge Catalyst, which they're not saying if it's a reboot or a remake or continuation. It just is the return of the game Mirror's Edge, which I'm all for. But this is a game that would easily give you vertigo.
Well, it gave a lot of people vertigo.
It did. I was thankfully not one of them. I really enjoyed the first game.
Look at this little GIF you have going on of just gameplay.
But see, that was from the first game.
But see, that would make me terribly nauseous.
Really?
Like, because I remember when they showed that for one of the Spiderman movies. I'm like, if the movie's gonna be like, if they're gonna
when he was climbing over the buildings and whatnot.
It was Mirror's Edge, and I'm like, if the movie's gonna be like this, I can't watch that movie.
Right. Well, it kind of reminds me of remember at the end of the Doom movie.
Okay, no, that was cool. That was a throwback. That was not the entire thing.
No, it was not.
That was them trying to do an homage to what the game was.
Yes, very much so. We'll get to it in a second. There was a bunch of other stuff out there. We can skip on Beyond Good and Evil 2 because there was no information there, sadly. They need to make...
It exists, and that's it. Did
you ever play the first game?
That was the one with Willem Dafoe, wasn't it?
Far and away, was still one of my favorite games of all time.
Was it?
Yes. Highly recommend playing it. And there's a PC version out there.
I have no problem admitting I have a lot of catching up to do.
This seemed that this year was the big thing was VR, virtual reality, alternate reality, augmented reality, just...
Everyone break out your Virtua Boys.
Yeah.
We're to bring up nausea, let's talk about VR. Or watch VR Troopers. It's on Netflix.
Jesus, it is.
We are VR!
Oh, man. Oh, no stuff.
90s, motherfucker!
Oh, Jesus. We still have to do that series of videos about everything 80s and 90s cartoons.
That's going to be a long weekend.
That's going to be it's going to be a long month.
Let me see if I can find some jelly sandals. Some slap bracelets.
I have slap bracelets. Yeah.
That's how you cut your wrist and die.
That's why I have the other just in case.
Huh.
But yeah, so just before E3, Facebook came out and announced the consumer version of the Oculus Rift, and they showcased the controller for it, which is called the Oculus Touch. Just honestly looks like a PlayStation controller broken in half.
With handies.
Yeah, pretty much.
Handguards.
People can say it's pretty cool, but obviously we never got a chance to it. And it's going to be a separate purchase from the actual Oculus Rift headset. So it's like, unless you're going to spend probably like $500 to $700 for the entire package, plus games, plus you have to have a computer that can play all these things.
Plus, most people who play computer games, they're
not
the most mobile.
No. Yeah. Anyways, Microsoft though half lied, half telling the truth of what they can do with the HoloLens. Because during their first initial announcement of the HoloLens a few months back, they were showcasing someone on stage actually be able to create something in 3D space and actually be able to have it 3D printed in the back. And okay, that was kind of cool. They showcased some bits about Minecraft. Okay, I can see some gaming aspects. That'd be really cool. During their press conference at E3, they had this huge section about playing Minecraft, and the place went nuts, and rightfully so. That was a very, very impressive demo.
Is it wrong when I watch this? All I could think of, dude, could you imagine if they could make a mod for that where you could play Munchkin on it?
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Everyone strap on your goggles. We're gonna play some Munchkin. Or even the bigger nerds, let's play some Settlers of Catan.
The Star Trek version, and yes, there is a Star Trek version.
Not surprised. Doesn't even care. But Munchkin on that little VR board, that'd be amazing.
So they had a guy on stage with the HoloLens, which is an all-in-one outfit. You don't need to connect to a computer for it to work. And they had another guy with a specially designed camera to provide the same experience, but to be on the screens and on the live stream. Here's the thing, though. While what they were both seeing was happening in real time, what the camera is showing and what you can see on HoloLens is drastically different. Basically in the field of view. The way it stands right now is that hold like an iPhone 5 or 6, you know, so and so far from your face. I'd say about there. I think that's what all the pictures are saying. I'd say, what, 18 inches, maybe 2 feet?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about that. That space on the phone, that's the actual 3D area that they can actually use.
So that's terribly exaggerated.
Yes. The thing is, though, they claim that they were working to expand the viewability of the screen before the retail version comes out. Because that camera is connected to a high-end PC, which can do all of that in that very large space. But because the HoloLens is still an all-in-one contained headset, it can only do so much with what they have right now. So it's like the HoloLens showcase what is possible, what is feasible, but not in the current form that they're trying to showcase.
Well, at this point, I just fucking have it hooked up to a large PC the entire time, dude. Could you imagine? You could have Tony. You could have the Tony Stark computers, like.
Yeah. But see, that's the whole thing, though. Their whole idea behind HoloLens is that they wanted to be a standalone system. In that headband and the visor is a full computer, RAM, GPU, their holographic processing unit, as they're calling it, and the battery, speakers, head.
I feel like they're going to be a ways away from that.
Yeah, and not to mention, we're talking at least a 4-figure price tag. So, but they did it did its job.
So
a lot of people got
much like that controller. Find that kid from elementary school with the rich douchebag mentality.
Yep.
Become friends with him, play for like an hour, then go home.
Exactly. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Let's talk about
Stop
this.
playing with my heartstrings. Star Wars Battlefront. Star Wars Battlefront.
So good.
Oh my god. I don't know why I didn't actually watch the trailer. Maybe because I was afraid it was one of those 30-second bullshit trailers. Mm-hmm. Where it's like, oh, we're watching someone get force choked. No.
Right.
Oh my god. I plan on watching this trailer so many more times.
The amount of things you can do in just one level, in one battlefield.
And it's so pretty and cinematic.
Yes.
And it's actually in-game. Like, when you can tell it's got the little doobly-doos, like, in the bottom of the screen.
The HUD, yeah.
Like, that's when you know. And, the fact that you just have the gif of the one fucker just being force choked, then boom, turn around.
Vader,
motherfucker.
And just quick...
Although my inner nerd got a little offended, I'm like, they're on Hoth and Empire Strikes Back. Why is Luke dressed like he is in Jedi?
Mm-hmm. So they'll have a lot of different characters from the trilogy there, so you can actually play. The fact that it's not just limited to, hey, you have a gun, shoot, bang, bang. It's, hey, look, see those TIE fighters and X-Wings and Y-Wings flying around? Yeah, you can control those. Hey, the AT-ATs that are running around Hoth, you can control those and blow shit up.
EA is going to get so much of my money from, like...
So much money.
They're going to make me actually buy into their weird little... action replay or whatever it is.
Their Origin thing?
No, or it's like log into like our weird Uplay.
Oh, the ePlay, the EA Access or something like that, as they call
whatever that bullshit is.
Like $5 a month or something like that.
They're gonna take all my money.
If it's $5 a month and I get to play all the Star Wars and have all the DLC with it, take my money.
All my money. Or you have a PS4? I'll just leech off of you.
Yeah, well, you know. This one's coming out November 17th for the PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Don't have too much of a wait, but still, it should come right now.
Doesn't matter, I have time. Remember, I got Batman. I don't. Is the Uncharted HDs out yet, or when does that happen?
It comes out later on this year. That may be a holiday release.
Oh man, dude, there's gonna be no videos for like 2 months. There's gonna be a short period of time where you're wondering if I'm still alive.
Most likely.
Oh my god, it's amazing. You know you want to talk about it, don't you?
No, let's not talk about it.
Yeah, you do. I ogled a schoolgirl in Sony's virtual reality.
I didn't, but yeah. Sony, speaking of VR, they had their whole Project Morpheus thing there. And one of the demos they were showcasing there is called, was it Summer Lesson or Summer Memories? Or
it's Summer Lesson, yeah.
Summer Lesson? Yeah, this thing, it's by...
It's creepy as fuck.
It's by the guys who made Tekken, so...
Yeah, that always made me laugh, like in the corner, it's like developed by Team Tekken, or Tekken Project or some shit.
And it's like, oh, I know exactly what I'm going to expect in this one.
$5, she just plays guitar or ukulele, like some kind of weird Zooey Deschanel character. Oh, dude, did you ever see DMC, Detroit Metal City? Mm-hmm. Remember when he's not being all death metal?
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to sound exactly like that music.
Yes, it totally is.
Oh my god.
But yeah.
I'm going to play this game so much.
Well, especially because the whole premise is you are in this really nice, house right outside on the beach, and you're also growing, sunflowers, and then this Caucasian woman comes up. They can claim she's Asian, but come on, that's Caucasian as all hell.
It's my waifu.
Your virtual waifu? And she's there.
Where's the option to make her ginger? You will definitely never see me again.
Oh, God.
Dude, it'd be like Krieger. You can come to my wedding.
I'd be like, bam, bam, bam on your door. Where the hell are you? Just you, like, sprawl out slowly decomposing on the bed.
Just be like that one guy in the South Park where they're playing World of Warcraft.
So they won't be able to see you because you had the headset on?
Just feed the Hot Pockets under the door.
Yeah.
My God, this video is so fucking creepy.
It is, yeah.
Oh, that's the greatest gif ever right there.
Where she leans in for what you thought was a kiss, but apparently no. There's a butterfly on your shoulder. I'm like, bullshit.
You know what the worst part is? The fact that I remember when the Oculus first came out, they were already adding, like, weird extra add-ons for porn reasons.
Yes.
Oh my God, this is going to be one of those things.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a thing. I love a lot of people were looking at this demo, the video online, and basically went, expensive house on the beach, Japanese sunflowers growing outside, and this Caucasian teenager comes over and is asking for a lesson. I'm an old perverted Japanese man. This is the start of many, many a hentai.
Oh. Only if it turns out he's some magical demon that bursts and just becomes all tentacles. That's
still Japan. Still Japan.
Japan. It's entirely within the realm of reason. God damn it, Japan.
All right. Should we get to the comic stuff real quick before we wrap this up?
Yeah.
Yes. Good news for Spidey fans. It has been announced that in the aftermath of Secret Wars, which is almost over,
Black Spidey survived.
Yes, it's the return of Miles Morales. He's actually not going to be a spin-off Spidey or an alternate dimension Spidey or 2099 Spidey. No, he's actually going to be the Spider-Man. I'm really looking forward to this. They've already made an announcement that Peter Parker, can't speak today, is actually still going to be somewhere in the universe. Maybe not doing anything Spider-Man related, but he may have other.
Maybe they're going to turn him into Jimmy Olsen. He's just the photographer for the Daily Bugle that just is best friends with him.
That would be interesting.
Hey, Spider-Man. Jay Jonas says I need to take your photos.
Oh, man.
Or he's going to fire me.
But see, what I wonder, though, is that as cool as this announcement is, I wonder if this is backlash or trying to get back at Sony about that latest...
No, I don't think it has anything to do with the hack, the email hack. Because the whole email hack thing, like, my favorite was, it's like Spider-Man can't be gay. Can't be, has to be Caucasian.
Has to be white. But has to be boring at parties.
No, not necessarily.
Does not smoke tobacco. Does not sell or distribute drugs.
But
does not use alcohol. Does not have sex before the age of 16.
Unless he has the symbiote suit for all those things. Did you read that part? Like there was a stipulation. It's like he can't be this. Mm-hmm. Sorry, he can't smoke unless he's taken over by the symbiote. Right. He can't drink alcohol unless symbiote's involved. Mm-hmm. Like that was always fucking in there. Yeah. Where it's like the black symbiote. Like in the beginning, it's like the black costume can't be something he creates. It's something that just alien that shows up. Right. But it stipulated that all these evil things that Peter Parker can't do, it's like it's okay if the symbiote's in play.
Mm-hmm. But I just find it funny that there's a situation where
I think this is safeguard for the James Cameron nonsense.
Oh, you think so?
You know that whole story, right?
Yes.
For those of you that don't know,
that would make sense.
In the early '90s, James Cameron almost directed a Spider-Man movie. But at that time, I think Sony still had the rights. It was Sony. Sony basically said, we're not going to give you any money until you give us a script. Mm-hmm. James Cameron said, no, give me money so I can start working on a script and we can get the ball rolling. And Sony's like, no money till we get a script. So basically, James Cameron wiped his ass on about 90 pages of paper, I'm assuming. Mm. And what we got was that Spider-Man, where it's like, the main villain was Doc Ock. Doc Ock thought he was Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. A lot of fucking nonsense. Google it. Fucking be like this asshole and just Google and Cliff Notes that bitch.
Yep.
But I have to wonder if it's them backing themselves like, you can't do this. You have to stay at least moderately close to the story.
Which makes sense. I can see that,
Because if they fuck with it too much, then it becomes, oh, don't you remember when Spider-Man did this?
Yeah.
It becomes part of, like, the weird canon. Like the time Spider-Man killed Mary Jane with his radioactive semen.
I was talking about, what was the ill-fated Superman movie?
Superman Returns?
The Nick Cage one.
Oh, yeah. Superman Lives.
Yes. The abomination that thankfully was never made.
But see, that was never made, but I mean, like, Fantastic Four, the movie, that was actually made.
That was actually made, yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, that was their way of safeguarding, like, hey, we're going to put some rules down first. Okay, safe where it's pineapple. Don't you be a bitch.
Oh, well, I think that's good for almost a full hour. We've gone through a lot of stuff.
Like I said, we already had no qualms admitting this was going to be an E3 episode in the first place.
Understandably so. If we weren't going to cover it, honestly, what else would there have been for a full hour? We would have found something, but...
Jurassic Park, or the fact that we did watch Thunderball.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk about Thunderball real quick.
Thunderball was awesome. All the James Bond tropes. Him punching a woman, and then it cuts to being a man, actually. Him with a fucking jetpack. He gets, like, fucking weird-ass tools. The thing where he spins a girl so she gets shot multiple times.
Yep.
Although I found it weird, both the good girl and the bad girl are both ginger.
Sean Connery has a thing against gingers. I have no idea.
No, that's what I'm saying. Both good and bad were ginger. Maybe you just had a ginger phase.
You never know. That's movie 3 or movie 4? Yeah, because we have so many more to go through.
Dr. No, From Russia with Love. Dr. No, From Russia with Love. The Goldfinger, and then we watched Thunderball. The next one up would be You Only Live Twice.
Yes.
Which is it's amazing just because it's super fucking racist.
Oh, it's incredibly racist.
You need to make James Bond hang out with Asians. How do you make him look incognito? You tape his eyes like this and give him a bowl cut. That was it.
Oh, God.
Did they give him buck teeth? I can't remember.
No, they didn't give him buck teeth. But I remember,
do you remember the taping of the eyes and the bowl cut?
Taping the eyes, the bowl cut. While he was getting ready, they were saying that, here in Japan, women always come second. And Bond responds with, I just may retire here. Kind of whole thing. So, as a side note, if you guys are trying to, join us for our 24 Bond films, basically a Bond a week, I highly recommend picking this up if you can. This came out a few years ago. This was the 50th anniversary. It's great that they announced it as a 50th anniversary instead of complete, because there's always more Bond films coming out, so you can never have a complete collection. When this thing first came out, it was about, I want to say, $300 to almost $400.
Yeah, it was expensive as fuck.
This is available right now on Amazon for about $100 to $110 with Prime shipping.
And not only that, it's
totally
all
worth
Blu-ray.
It. All Blu-ray. So worth it.
24 movies, all Blu-ray.
Totally worth it. You guys need to pick this up if you haven't yet. Even if you have a few of the films already on DVD or Blu-ray.
Or again, hit up that rich friend and have him buy it. And then you can just leech
you
off of him.
claim that I'm rich.
Yeah, but you spend more frivolous money on me.
Yeah,
or on things than me.
Yeah, very true.
But that's about it, I guess, yeah?
Yep, that is. Thank you guys so much for hanging out as always. We'll be back next week for God knows what else the internet's going to take us. You already finished your beer, didn't you?
Yes.
Okay, well, let me finish mine then real quick.
It's on you.
All right, then.
Fuck it, grab the jack. I know it's somewhere in there.
There you go. Gotta end this with some sort of drink here and there.
I told you, we always do a weird celebratory shot. That's how I like ending things.
Yep.
Also, while I'm pouring this, I want to announce those of you who know about the movie Goon and know of its brilliance. 2 days ago, they started filming Goon 2.
We'll see how that one turns out. If it's going to be any good as the original.
It probably won't, but it'll still be funny.
True. Alright, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. It's always a blast. For Geeks and Drinks, I'm Jason.
I'm Jordan. Cheers, Internet.
Cheers, Internet.